Oh, good evening, this is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant evening. And I came across this article in RT and it's kind of interesting because I'm just seeing this absolutely everywhere, that if you complain or if you speak out about your rights or your freedom to associate, your freedom of speech, this kind of stuff, you are immediately labelled as a hooligan or a supremacist or a right-winger. And of course you'll see by the pictures that this is merely propaganda. And this from RT: clashes, arrests as thousands faced off with riot police at protest against CV lockdown in Vienna. And again, I just want to add here that I am doing this because you need to realise that right across the world, Vienna, Germany, France, England, the US, South America, there are protests against these lockdowns. And I think we in Canada need to gather up our courage and start doing the same thing. The media is failing because they are not pointing out just exactly how many people are being hurt and how many people are actually opposed to these rigorous lockdowns. Demonstrators staged an unauthorised protest in the Austrian capital, Vienna, to show their discontent with the government's strict lockdown. Police blocked the central ring road and sought to disperse the crowd. Between hundreds to thousands of demonstrators have gathered at the Maria Theresa Square in the centre of the Austrian capital, according to various local media reports. The protesters defied the ban on the large protest issued by the authorities. The demonstrators that soon occupied part of the Vienna Ring Road called the event a CV walk. Various fringe right-wing groups, hooligans and CV skeptics, among others, chanted slogans against the CV lockdown and Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz. Some reports indicate that a number of protesters arrived from other regions of the country. The protesters held placards and banners that read, "Media are the virus and Kurz must go." Some of them also waved the flag of Austria. Police demanded the protesters follow the social distancing rules and wear masks, but the demands were ignored, the media said, adding that police declared the gathering illegal and demanded the crowd disperse in 15 minutes. Now, I want you to take a look at the people in this crowd, in this picture. Do these people really look like radicals? Do they look like dangerous people to you, or do they just look like regular folk? Regular business owners, moms and dads, grandmas and grandparents, parents, all going against these unbelievably draconian rules the government has brought in. Large numbers of police in riot gear were deployed to the scene. Well, that's no surprise. Large numbers of police in riot gear. Yep, against moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas. They blocked a section of the ring road to prevent the crowd from marching to the Austrian Parliament and the Vienna State Opera. The protest turned into a tense standoff with the police, with clashes between demonstrators and officers on the sidelines. Several people were arrested according to the Austrian media, and a video posted to social media shows that at least one journalist was among those arrested. Oh, you can't have people reporting. You cannot possibly have people reporting to us, the regular folk, what is going on in the real world. God forbid. Earlier, an authorised demonstration took place elsewhere in the capital, but it was only attended by several dozen people. In total, the police banned 15 protests scheduled for this weekend to keep major dangers to the public health at bay. Another event organised by the right-wing Freedom Party, FPO, was eventually held online. During the event, former Interior Minister Herbert Kickl called the ban on demonstrations a completely new kind of censorship. So at least there are some ministers speaking out, thank God, and accused the Austrian media of collusion, which supposedly involves unanimous contempt in the media reports for CV skeptics and scientists who have differing opinions. Austria entered its third national lockdown on December 26, and the restrictive measures have recently been extended up to early February. The government is also expected to review its lockdown policy on Monday and either extend it further or relax some rules. Currently all non-essential stores, museums and schools are closed, and entry rules for foreigners are tightened, apparently to discourage foreign tourists from flocking to popular ski resorts. Well, there goes all of your tourist income. According to the Austrian media, the restrictions have demonstrated some effectiveness since the nation has moved from the 7,000 new cases per day it saw in November to around 1,500 new cases daily this week. And we've got to bear in mind that these PCR tests are 50% false positive. So you can drop that down to 3,500 new cases per day, and it's now down to about 750. But seeing as we really have concrete evidence from the CDC itself that masks make no difference whatsoever and lockdowns do more harm than good. So it is about time that we stood up to the government and said no to the lockdowns. And I would like you to take heart and take courage from all these other people around the world who are going out on these cold, frosty days to make their voices heard. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this article, please like, comment and subscribe below. And in the meantime, this is Houndog Steve signing off, wishing you a very pleasant evening, and we'll talk very, very shortly. You take care now. See ya. Bye.